ceremony begins in a few minutes. Morning, how are you? Are you going to take a lot of that? Sir. Good, sir. Yeah. Up to present position.
Good morning and welcome to the retirement ceremony for Captain Bandy. Today's ceremony can be traced back to the customs and traditions of the British Royal Navy, modified over time since the birth of our Navy, American Revolution. Many of these customs have now become codified in Navy regulations. Earlier traditions, including ceremonies such as this one, are the spiritual cement of the naval organization. Thus, the highest praise can be paid to a naval officer after retirement is that their conduct reflects the highest traditions of the United States Navy. Retirement ceremony or vote of witness is a product of that rich heritage. Custom is established that the ceremony be formal, designed to strengthen respect for authority, which is vital to any military organization, and to mark a definite ending to the retirees of military career. Strength of today's Navy, which has never failed this country when called upon, stems in part from the observance of customs and traditions. Yes, please rise when you rise in which party and reinstating the contemplation of colors and place them in the beach. Vote to side. Solo class destroyer program. United States Navy. Program executive officer. Yes, right. Advance the colors.
Oh, say, and what's up, and whose stripes and bright stars through the perilous night, for the battle's near watch, where some gallant beats beating.
Motion, Sarah, second, please. Second, Daniel, and Stacy, not have a
Please join me in prayer. Eternal Father, you have guided the leadership of Captain Dan Pitt in his 27 years of service to the United States Navy. For that, we are grateful. We know that you have called to us lightning for service. Captain Pitt was truly called by you to serve. He has done so with dedication and distinction. He has been a servant leader who has guided the sailors and civilians under his charge, offered wisdom and experience to those under his watch, and was a steady hand of supervision, vigilance, to ensure our Navy served peace and respond to crisis. You have blessed him with a steady government, his wife, wish shared him and been a strong support throughout the challenges and lessons with each new assignment. You have given him much joy and pride, kept him in children, Maria, Matthew, Stephen, and Andrew, who have faithfully stood beside their father in service to our nation. We ask your blessing on this retirement ceremony, as we ask all things in your holy and abiding name. Amen.
Thank you, Captain. Please join me in a round of applause on the United States Navy ceremonial guard and to Maria for joining us today. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce our host for today's ceremony, Colonel Brian McKenna.
Thank you. Excellent work. So, yeah, it's my pleasure to be your host, presiding officer. It's a great Navy Day where we celebrate Captain Dan's year for 27 years. Special thank you again to our side boys, to the National Anthem Singer. Thank you for gracing us with that wonderful rendition. Big round of applause, please. Being making an even score 60 team ceremony like this takes a lot of hands to put together. But most specific name on call out is Michelle Singer, who worked tirelessly to pull this ceremony together and turn it into a special day. So I'd like to begin by welcoming all of you, and shipmates, friends, and family to today's celebration. We're honored to be joined by Kimberly and children Maria, Andrew, and Stephen, as well as Matthew, physically be here today, but I'm told he's online and watching and participating virtually. So that's fantastic. We're joined by Nancy Harris, Frank Elizabeth Kidd, John from Pennsylvania to be here today, along with brother Michael, sister-in-law Susan, Ben Jeremy, and Anthony Uphold, that's with her and Robert Campbell, traveling all the way from Colorado to be with us today. That family is the foundation that supports us through every chapter of life. Today we celebrate Dan's remarkable service and the loved ones who have stood by his side every step of the way. This day brings together all who have shared his sacrifices, celebrated his achievements, and supported his dedication. To Dan's family, thank you for your sacrifices, many moves, steadfast support that you have provided to your son, husband, father, brother, throughout his career. Family strength and commitment have made it possible for his Dan to have enjoyed his extremely highly successful Navy career. Most recently, Dan served as a deputy program manager for an office we called PMS 460. He worked to design and procure the next U.S. Navy destroyer. His effort has had a huge impact on that program. Being a deputy program manager is a very thankless job. Behind the scenes, a force that literally breathes life into the office and makes it move forward. He's been an unsung hero, quietly playing chess through many different pieces. None of that has phased and he kept those pieces moving forward and provided stability for the entire workforce. Members of his team tell me that Dan was the calm during the storm. He always listened, he always lent a helping hand, and he was always happy to share life. Those are very powerful sentiments from his team. It's not only a reliable team officer, but a reliable human being. It's not much more you can ask of a person, but somehow it's simple, and we always seem to do that. We always know what to be done. So we have locked in, helped the team accomplish outstanding and amazing goals. They recently completed a formal system review and moved the program into its preliminary design phase. He's awarded contracts for engines, motors, control systems, and production gear. He's teamed up with shipyards, vendors, who are all providing equipment one day to this amazing city. He's worked with industry and done technology studies. He's set up testing equipment. He's used computer-aided design tools. And all has led to the formal signing of what we call a capabilities development document, signed by the Joint Chairman staff, a major milestone for any program. And this ship's going to have one of the largest energy storage systems we've ever built. That energy will be used to power different systems and even as a weapon in the future technology that's going to find its way onto UTX. So they got a chance to work with the academic world to test all kinds of new methods to store energy on a big ship. Of course, I want the humor to know that it wasn't me who picked Florida State University as the place to do that work. I would have chosen maybe what my own was. And thank you for your commitment during this pivotal time. A sense of urgency is what we brought every workday. Your technical and acquisition experience every day brought along a level of vigor and fundamental compassion along the way. Generating new and capable forces for our future is what we all do in ships. And DGS will have for decades to come daily. So we're proud of what we did. Very thanks for achievements as the Navy license, which is great. So we will miss you today many times. Spare them to following seats there. It'll be a fantastic presentation.
Thank you for everybody. Kevin, please join me. Yes, please rise. President of the United States, it's a pleasure to present the Legion of Merit. We'll start with the second one, Captain United States Navy, for service set forth in the following decade. For exceptionally meritorious conduct, performance of outstanding service as Deputy Program Manager, guidance and historic program, September 2022 to July 2025. Captain demonstrated exceptional leadership in directing the industry shipbuilders, pre-Navy war, service program centers, and first contractors. Focus on critical program elements of design, facilities, testing, and procurement. Pivotal and driving program with constant leadership. These are fluctuating requirements and funding and feasibility, procedural and data solutions, collaborating and connecting technical experts and develop conference strategies, is proud to be with research sponsors and develop perspective on modality, funding, and scheduling. Its communication across the system and achieve collaboration, elevated risk, identified opportunities, and technical program contract. By challenging assumptions, defining requirements, and unlocking opportunities, answering the needs of the program. This composed leadership and unwavering mission focus inspired guidance and instructor preparing to be preliminary design and ensuring programs. Captain Kidd's superior performance communities culminated in its 27 years of honorable dedicated military service. Captain leadership, sound government, dedication to duty for present great credit of honor himself, for giving highest tradition of the United States service. Signed by President James County, Vice President, United States, Commander of People's Forces. Yes, please see. I will now present the flag.
So, guardian officer, you give some great, one last piece of the wall of art. Hey, if you're all leaning one day. So it says, great respect, heartfelt appreciation for your unparalleled contributions. With strong integrity, communicating flexibility, and unwavering commitment to the cause. Areas and following seas, September 22 to August 25.
I will make that about present certificate of appreciation from Maryville, Pennsylvania. State of Pennsylvania, Executive Chamber, certificate of appreciation presented to the American Navy. Congratulations on your retirement from the United States Navy. For your 27 years of honorable service, you have demonstrated a sense of loyalty and dedication to this country that was truly inspiring. As your governor, on behalf of all Pennsylvanians, we are indebted to you for your selfless service to the people of this great nation. I hope you can spend this time to reflect on your hard work and many sacrifices you've made and feel a sense of accomplishment. Contributions you have made to our country will be missed by all and many great service to all of it. I want to extend my sincere gratitude for your exceptional service and my heartfelt congratulations on the year. May the years ahead bring you happiness and many blessings. Signed, Josh Miro, Governor. I will now present letters of appreciation to Captain Indians. Maria, you're please come forward. Fortunately, man was not the current person who gave a letter of appreciation. To all who shall see these presents, greetings. By the authority vested in me, it is my pleasure to express the grateful appreciation of the United States Navy to Maria Kidd, Matthew Kidd, Andrew Kidd, and Stephen Kidd for your unselfish, patriotic, and devoted service during your father's military career. Their unfailing support and understanding helped immeasurably to make possible this lasting contribution to the nation. To those who say a single man cannot make a difference, I say you are wrong. Your father did. Made our nation stronger and kept our nation safe. His service to the Navy now would be able to spend more time with you in the future. The United States Navy thanks you for that. Signed, James Downey, Vice Admiral of the United States Navy, and our Naval Systems Plan. I will make that now present Captain Kidd of the United States Navy certificate of retirement. Certificate of retirement from the Armed Forces of the United States of America. All who shall see these presents abbreviations. Since it's certified that Captain Kidd has having faithfully served faithfully and honorably was retired in the Navy. Signed, R.J. Achievement, of the United States of America.
It's a wonderful day. It's wonderful. And I can say it's amazing. We're here to get this piece of congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, our guest speaker, Captain Clint Lawler.
Good morning, senior leaders, fellow officers, colleagues, friends, welcome to the celebration. And what a day, what a place, what a great piece of hospital celebrate. Before I start, I was sharing that my friends and family got turned out it was as expected. Right, so grateful to have it all here. I know we do have folks as well. I all my development. This would be a ceremony. I know it means a lot to them. So Dan and I have been friends since 2007. We had an engineering officer, basically was before my meeting. And Matt and I have been together at the beginning, I think, parallel years as engineering officers. Our career's been so parallel that we've gotten to serve together in multiple bands. And I've been it's an honor to be able to recount a little bit of that. I can tell you, we're united at this. It's much harder to. There are many more stories than I can. It's hard to put it all. So it's the 27th year that state of the is getting halfway around the globe, both directly into multiple times. So with a little background and some editorial notes, I'm hoping to take you through this remarkable career in about 15 minutes, maybe 20 for lack of minutes. So anyway, I did have an encounter read where I could list all of the names. But I'll apologize ahead of time that I won't work at every single highway. But I can promise you this. That was speaking much longer. So let's start with those formative years growing up here in Pennsylvania. It was cold and windy in the winter, so the natural thing for a kid like Dan was to get into the water and embrace the life of waters. Supported by Liz and Craig, Dan was a standout swimmer in high school, worked as a lifeguard, in addition to, of course, taking rounds. It's good back then. Dan decided to trade in short of Lake Erie to the bank in Chesapeake in 1994. He started his military career at the United States Naval Academy as a member of the class of 1998, better known as the class of 2001 Lights. Never won the easy path and chose to major in mechanical engineering and to raise biathlons. He also chose to jumpstart his career in Navy diving, attending the Navy School of and also before. Service selection began to his surface warfare. Having grown up in the harsh winters of the period, he looked to get stationed somewhere a little warmer and selected USS Russell, an Early Bird destroyer stationed in Pearl Harbor. He signed his damage control system, started a firefighting effort for the ship. Russell, he qualified as service corps officer and also earned his gas turbine engineering officer of the Washington. Beyond earning the commanding officer's trust and confidence with all aspects of the ship, and also earned trust and confidence in Kimberly Americans. High school sweethearts, Kimberly also left for Indiana University of Pennsylvania, pursuing her bachelor's degree in education. After college, Kimberly started her career as a special education teacher. Dan started his career in the service for the volunteer. Dan returned from the West Bank deployment in Russell. Kimberly came out to Hawaii and was going to beach. Dan and said yes. So, and Kimberly decided to meet in the middle, specifically San Diego, California. Kimberly got there first with the teaching, job teaching special education. Dan eventually got orders to USS Constellation, not the newest carrier in San Diego, but that kind of classic. Couple got settled in for an entire week before I left deployment for 6 months, in early 2001. Dan qualified as engineering officer of the waters. One time he's 1,200 pounds to eat planes, but I know he was eager to get back to San Diego. If you know Kimberly, you know that she is steadfast and patient. Nevertheless, I imagine there was some frustration in some way. 4 days after September 11, 2001, Constellation returned from her deployment. Less than a month later, Dan and Kimberly were married on October 6, 2000. Probably the #1 mouse. With 2 ship tours and a couple of moved under their belts, this young Navy couple decided to take the first overseas assignment on the Navy. Dan served on the Navy Region Europe staff, got his first taste of program management, as the port operations program manager at Navy's European ports. Up to this point in the story, I'm still kind of going from high school, but able to happy. But now I'm starting to come to my own. So in 2001, I reported to the 6th Fleet Command Ship, Gaeta, Italy. So that's an incident, pretty much needed permission from everybody from everything. So when writing this speech, I realized that I'm going to be reports down there. So during the scenario tour, we also participated in operational planning for the invasion of Iraq, very significant role in that. There's also during this time in London that we made the switch from sort of military here. Entering the fall, specialized in engineering, certainly eager to the EU, diving into transmission. Finally, during the store, the family expanded for almost 2000. The EDOs, of course, what we do, in corporate qualified, it's all around. So kids packed up, monitoring conference. And also, patiently study, there would be specific lessons. But back in that master's degree, mechanical engineering. In addition to the new degree, they also put the family of the rival faculty. I'll finish with grad school, again with ready to be back. First, I need to share one of the grad school plans. The inside out of 6 months of this program offered in the Navy, diving is obviously for I that day, once before, diving was Apollo for it. Hundreds of them. All for under instructions, what I need to do that. Lieutenant Commander did. That's what I saw. And developed for the first time. I realized there might be something wrong. I see plenty of beautiful pull-ups. While we can argue fire points of 3 arms and wrench and body. And exercises. Your chin goes above the bar. That day, you grab the bar, you go all the way up to the balcony. That's when I realized that I ever bumped in every 10 minutes. I'm blessed on that. It's also an eye learned that I wasn't going to be the strongest or fastest out of this position. Training was complete for the day, and I got to take that summer. So now the kids end up for our movie. This time the destination is Panama City, Florence. The dive school began with the Bishop Potter. Class leader, class honor man, best diver competition winner. Most importantly, qualified basic diving officer, ready to go to going to program. There are lots of stories from this time. Greg and Jane, Army sergeants, and nitrogen narcosis. There were also lots of late nights most of the day, not involved in the 2 small children at home, both of us. We were already kind of burning up both ends, thinking we would go. Well, one thing was clear, and that was that my wife, Ryan, had become very fast friends. And Brett and Maria were also very good. All good things must come to an end. So in spring of 2008, the kid and all the families had to say our farewells to the dad who worked to Puget Sound in the city. Qualified as a diving officer, nuclear system project superintendent, and then as a fully qualified engineering officer. Worked to repair ballistic missile submarines, aircraft carriers, and submarines. During this tour that Andrew was born in Bremerton. How fully qualified EO, what's next for this again? Must be time to head back overseas. This time the kids went to Bahrain. Dan was assigned as the assistant officer in charge, Mid-Atlantic Control Maintenance Center, Captain of Bahrain, and the commander Captain Wilson. 53 diving south. Latest always career. Deep ocean search and salvage and crash the barrier called Maiden. We also call that a well expensive today 60 with 1 ton. And also led the initial team to support stabilization of U.S. border after the sea. He was a big docketing officer, who oversaw 17 docketing units in 2 years, including emergency docketing, it's like U.S. Boston, U.S. Boston. Then executed PC and my countermeasureship availabilities. That's a lot of us, that's a lot. Dan provided me those details. But he didn't include the minor ability of air spring, that also happened. That's what the Bahrain during this time. And I can remember watching the news about the violent protests in Bahrain and getting all the details from Dan, including when it now put it in way that back to the state to setting on it. And very back to it was optional, so that could be exciting. So now we're in 2012. It's time for Dan to find his next challenge. So what can be more challenging than watching? Dan reported to the investigative lab, which is trying to build expeditionary ships. When he does an activity like we need over here in shipbuilding, to building these ships, it's just really hard. At the end of the first 5 ships, join high-speed vessel class. We then work with the team, the test team, to get those JHSBs through the testing evaluation, and ultimately to IOC, major program milestone. On the home front, Emily delivered the 4th final tile for the class. Next, Dan went over to the MS 317 for a year, I'll deliver LPD 26, and worked with the design of LPD 28. Was the transition ship in an LPD class, so he gets added credit each ship for translation. Now it's 2026, and the 3/4 part, Dan is missing. So he gets himself selected as the officer in charge, and he will be considered kind of task building, where I was serving as assistant officer in charge. My wife Maya sees the opportunity here immediately and starts the responsibility to spoke to. I think to me that's the only other thing we can find is I asked Bill, they walked into a generation team for the water plant, managing the Hartford steam powered amphibians, like the county well. And the arrival of San Antonio class on the beach, the American class on the James, the first gas turbines, reported its estimate. This change wasn't quite fast enough to avoid the challenges. Old LSTs, or old NCAs, probably the most benefit stories. Dan instilled an attachment and severe sense of ownership, matched the downlines of work benefit, which are not easy. Spoke truth to power on managed requirements and resources. And he provided a steady leadership with attachment. He also let me transfer a little early to the environment. Capital fell on himself. There was one small problem with Saxonville, and that was Andrew Pitt was selected to be captain. By the way, everyone thinks he's captain. So the needs of the Navy was to captain select in Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. The first time Daniel competed a previous mission. Let me ask why. All right, Dan was responsible for getting some gate service events. Probably which after. So let's just say that surface maintenance in Hawaii, very challenging for a variety. But when Dan was in charge, there was a specific, and that was the global pandemic called COVID-19. Hawaii agreed a 2-week quarantine for everyone coming to the island. It meant that anyone coming to ship work had to add a 2-week delay before they could set foot on the ship. I doubt that the book, whatever they written, describing the fees that were accomplished during this period, to keep our ship operating. But I've heard enough stories to know that we can. Dan led into those challenges with the characters of group activities. Time to move, you guys did, Dan's missing day again. So we found the place in the program office, we really that's 500 solution. Got himself assigned to Northern. That may not have been but it was great to see Kim Beverly back in DC with the leading development, Navy's next generation missile destroyer program. While Rager is accomplishments as the deputy program manager, my perspective is down the hallway, and they can count on to step in for each of every turn. Keep this roller coaster program on track and head in the right direction. I know that he is extremely proud of the team. He has built a milestone of the team, and including entering preliminary design this year. That is probably the much stronger path than the routine. Well, this is an impressive account for 27 years, loyal service to his country. I know that Dan is the most proud of his family. Many of you have probably visited Dan and Kimberly through their various assignments here in the States or abroad. I'm sure that you found the normal busy family of four children, a couple of parents trying to make it. I'm also sure that you have a sense of love and devotion with your family. I know that you're impressed by the strong performance. Dan and Kimberly have actually been a role model for my family. Maria, Matt, and Stephen have been friends that my children have always been excited to share a degree station with just being Max along the way. Dan, it's been an honor to dive here with you to serve in our Navy together. Thank you for making me a stronger diver. I can say on your way time to time. Thank you for your many contributions. Thank you for being a great friend. In retirement, I hope that you make some great dives. Feel free to invite me along. Raise some more triathlons. You continue your life in service to the family. Thank you and keep up with me.
Thanks. Thank you very much. Thank you for listening. What's your information? He was qualified officer of the meeting, he staff, so it's great to have him for. Accidentally, we'll be able to. Hi, John. And, actually, very nice to meet you. We shall say, we shall, for 70% of the time. And thank you again, so you know, so. Just a couple of things. I'm sure whatever to and I want to think about how this needs to work. So you think going for the 7 years. I was really trying to start up in college and talking to some of the teachers. I didn't like so also about teaching parents. It's sort of this all about you, but I started working on this. It's going to be like a 10-page block of a couple columns. So they can figure it out. I'm trying to do kind of high. How you like to know your price. Initially, the place this how we want to take place in the operators. Yeah, I can't expect it. It's probably I have to. We also have that people are with so great. And I'm sorry, I'm I want to talk about stuff, so crucial video. But really, Started second conversation with back for 3 years. College. So it's surprised. So how do we, probably is the, like, hospitals. I'm ready to push a little bit, it's, mentioned. Start out with, a lot of issue. Progress. Possible effects. Possibly, possibly, so, I do need to have a question if you ask them, the hospital. Keep forward, chance. Five years of responsibility. So there's either conscience, $2, for the students, agents. So we must believe that action. Show me that as a power company in this city, or the to get to the kind of tax. I've said that I think it's those. Here's up and down, how do you, I know what I understand. And you're okay, I'm gonna die. I'm just a take the back and the first I heard of it on my turn to the secretary first. It's no mistake you can think, but I can't catch it. It's a no mistake. I don't know if my rules to go, I don't know it. But when there is like and that was the college we had opportunity for them. They were able to support me. Mistakes. Very good, very good. Individuals. So, observation possibly. Superiors, technicians, armed students, representatives, receive. The president of the application to financial committee will be organized. Fire authority, contract with the budget. This, very awesome. The common experience of partnering with job with very good experience. Somebody who knows about this and recognize them. We're training you. What my job is and how to help them. Everything about it, so I don't mention I have to go on and have to do part of my operations. So when I got to the job, I over the working shift as a course, I went into not that I don't next for that, but that was not all. So the department managers are very used to the regulations, the trainings, the bomb. That's definitely. Also. But it's no big mention of this. It's living how the fellow money goes. Works, I don't think everybody does it. It's really funny. The first training, they to navigate for the basis, help them to cure reports. The contracts, the elements, so actually taking for this. That's important. I was just one example of people just coming up, training me, how we went out to the out. Yeah. How they were, really got still used to these contractors. Which is teaching. How many times? This should be focused on the problem. Two members of these issues. Williams. To prepare facility again. As non-known like that. Keep the. Probably should learn, but not always know. Why for that because. I've been thinking about my experiences. I think we're going to for the models in the issue that part the phone model to but in advance, we're constantly in the past and we know of us, why they can say, figure out what we should. All this information goes to the shifts of the where the two of the information is. That's not time, but I'm not going to. I'm going to make entry tax on the point here. We lost the money to power fellows. And with double fellow lots, we're in the people bring us the details of the can launch their balance. So we had our sales and management department, 72 hours straight, trying to figure out how to keep up with what they call the shack. Something that they never considered needing to do. Some way. They had tractor that's like 60 pound, they'll spray them, the signage to the proposal to try to find out. It was actually one of their, not able to track our shaft is the notice. So I'm going to this thing. I should possibly go around. This is one of the same sellers. Based where I things that use shipyard grinding. Always things in the house. And what's the government's talking about season finally continue. During the last 3 years, I've had the chance to be pretty proud of how you chance to see leaders. One of the things that I system use it's an exciting time in working machines. As I know you, it's still the same time in working machines. Never did I imagine that I would do the job. There was so much more to give a shit about the concept of politics. As soon as you realize that I felt that it gets the environments, stable volume, advocacy from all our external stakeholders. To be able to us to ensure our design to get to the point where we just with shipment needs. So much change work to do as you can see the team being flexible so we have hard work into both ownership. Great people to work with. You previous part of managers, probably trader. Or title some build a plan, being out to go around. You guys with the floor management. I think you brought up the great ideas and policy from the college from a different perspective. Aim of driving schedule, reducing costs. I'm telling you watching my retirement, Google Alerts, but all the NGX. See where the floor, what's you can see, tell you where to put your heads down, supporting this program. Their efforts will have a tremendous legacy. So figuring out on the cost of the ship, the serving out from my name to them. Thank you for that. Why did I stay in this with on seeing amazing takeaways
Our influence, those showing their best. The last group of people I want to talk about, they're the ones that are always thinking about. We should have been doing many of these things. For our families, they are the information. That was another reason we were here. What is it, Dr. Collins? First, mom and dad, thank you for your support and your sacrifices to my kind one. Investing in our education, traveling us all over the states, it's what it means to us like else. We've always gone through encouragement to try new things to yourself. You instill a sense of responsibility and accountability to the young age. You truly be forming and following. You're both great parents and great role models. I cannot thank you enough for everything you've done. Set me on this path. I like even if people when I didn't know. Thank you all. Thank you all you've done. I can't wait for you. So, I hope it went right. After 21 years today, good. Only now I'm stationed in the same location for the last 2 months. I'm looking forward to spending more time with you and your kids. Please for as long as the name will have me. Thank you for leaving with me. Last thing, Robert. You've always been working with last thousand family. In my close family, then when I got the time the family was mixed. Weekends where I spend with you, talking, enjoying a good meal, relaxing, just going to sleep. Critical to the meeting. Go back and face it better in over 2 weeks. Thank you very much for sharing the time for me. Thank you for sharing it. All I will participate. Thank you for being here, representing the team celebrate. We're great, especially the past few years, that we'll be in the same time zone. You know, spending more time with me, except my children, we're happy, and they're amazing, talented, strong. We moved all over the world a lot of times. And through those disruptions, we excelled in school, music, athletics, and service. I appreciate all of our hard work. Even so we can do our homeland and doing little things to make our life a little easier in long run. Try to live it. Maria, thank you for carrying in American listening. Thank you for willingness to leave our house for the game. I'm excited to see you leave the shape on the accomplishment of where we will really be. After we wish you great information at school athletics. It was great watching you start progressing like a freshman high school. While your senior year, I was thinking your team with the team. They were great capacity to accomplish what I used to do. Now to see you accomplish your success in the future. Andrew, or the person, always sitting all around. We learn things and we don't have that. We're really trying to present this and see that you're appreciated the service of others, especially in our parish. And Boy Scouts. Even our youngest. I think that it possible. You spend your entire life in the outside meetings. Going and going around. Thank you for being so helpful, Mom, to your teaching and hosting. I know that you will be there, but maybe we just put one. Still good. Thank you all for being always on our minds. Or I'm also all of shedding and never did I imagine life would impact you. And never I expect people to be. Or even when I asked you to marry a beach, Hawaii. We had adventures all over the world. As I mentioned earlier, I actually had a great travel. Every decision that we made on the station is supposed to be special. What was best? We had just got engaged in my life. Kimberly was actually the same day. I was trying to negotiate orders. And then they initially wanted to settle that. Oh. We're not gonna work those. I was able to explain to them, the issue pieces. I put it in my command. It's not awesome. We need to bring something to this, but it's to this message. This is all that it's not a move. It's barely the national government. So, we're not really, it really wasn't a problem. But always have a lot. Always put those things in London. So the words were coming up. Next level stuff in those that we back to the ship of being around. My tax we can live out that those lots of. Is there a different option? So I started looking at actually the lower names. Well, that's the wasn't a lot like. So it's not just that. As we have to work I worry about I was winning Sasko, the government, religious education program. You've always seen where it's about. Gossip given of yourself, still have more to children. We've been with me for these great years of the it's a way to stop lives. We've been patient, listening, my work, and most active. But a lot more than we it's either going to get over the life. They're wonderful. To self focus and kindness for their life. In terms of very much community, at least we're not often like self focus. So as I'm going to get here, the support of leaders, watching the education of them. But let's start out with the maritime. I'm confident that I may be the same way to my ships. Or you can review your simulations spot. There's the people that are supporting me, but I'll make it. That's still good. At least turn by and support my ship. Let's go on.
Yeah, please wrap.
Chief of the personnel, city government of city cares. Papers order 0345. Official time words for the Government Trust to as this meeting. Your request to be transferred to the entire list of approved by Secretary of Navy effective 1 November 2025. When directed by Brady Senior, Josh will form executive officers of Washington DC. Proceed to help us less. Regarding the leave of all active duty effective 2400 by April taxes.
Please join me in prayer. Eternal Father, as Captain Kidd retires today, give him every grace and blessing, him and his family this day. Let your light shine upon them, give them every grace as they seek to continue to do your will and follow your path. May they always remember with fondness and pride the service they have given to our country, our Navy, and the enduring friendships they have forged these 27 years of selfless service. Serving from the shores of Hawaii, the Northern Arabia Gulf, trips to Japan, and many assignments in between, Captain Kidd has been a dedicated officer, husband, and father. Heavenly Father, continue to guide and bless your servant leader as he retires from the Navy, seeks new ports of call. We ask your hand of benevolence upon the Kidd family, fair winds, following seas. This day and this day forward, in your holy name we pray. Amen.
Get back to that. Okay, go over. Now, this creation, so there is a 1500. Any friend who goes back to Germany, only 80 people will be disclosed. That way, all the friends or representation are outskirts of the outskirts. That is, all the roads and major part of the thing back to this. Not have a pleasure having. Not okay, okay, jump back and ask them about starting to make a very that product on the feet, raise some leather and raise. What's that?
Time. Forward. On. All right.
Active United States Navy retired family pardon. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our ceremony. All guests are cordially invited to join Captain Kim and his family for a reception directly behind the seating area. Thank you for participating in this important tradition of our charity.